Hi, everybody. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Actually, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Or not, let's start that over. Sorry about that. It's been a long couple of days. Funerals are tough. But anyway, that's not why I'm on here. I want you to answer these two questions, whether you answer them to me on here or answer them in the mirror to yourself. Stand there and look in the mirror. When I was in jail many moons ago, I remember praying on it and going in the courtroom and standing there and going, I'm gonna be leaving because ain't nothing going on. God has different plans. Remanded me. So there I am, remanded in jail for Thanksgiving. First time ever been in there longer than so many days. Now I'm looking at 30 days and I'm looking at the disaster that's on the outside of that. But at the same time, my pastor at the time from the church in Fresno, he had come up there and sent one of the deacons, and they sat down and we started talking, and and it's forgive me if I take a minute. Some of it makes me go wow. Now, he sat down, he had the Bible, he opens it. Of course, he had the Bible. He was a deacon. God, I love Mount Olive. They were awesome. They're just still so awesome. Pastor Lee, he's awesome. But Mount Olive Missionary Baptist. Anyway, yeah, it's like awesome. He sits there and says, he opens Solemn Proverbs 3:5-7. I reckon. I believe, and trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not on your own understanding. And I always get the last verse wrong, but I remember that, and at that moment I held on to that for whatever reason, and it's been one of my mission statements in my heart. Get a mission statement in your heart if you can. But anyway, so it's like he says, puts a piece of paper out from a notepad, and he says, here, passes it through and says, I want you to write 10 things you need to change or want to change. Write them down. But on one side, the things you can change with nobody's help, pretty much, without needing God. Something you can do on your own. And then on the bottom, he says, or turn it over, I want you to write 10 things you need God to help you with. We did. I wrote it down. I did it. We folded it in 4. He slid the Bible through there. And on the back of the corner, he wrote Proverbs 3:5-7. I stuck it in the Bible. And so went the story. I get back in the cell. A girl comes up to me, starts talking, and says, could I talk to you? Sure. You're always sitting back here with these books. What are they? Oh, just Bible stuff, whatever comes here, kind of telling her. And we started talking. I ended up teaching a class. Nothing big, and it was because they wanted me to, and I thought God said, okay, here you are, kid. You're in here. You're going to do something for me. You're going to utilize your time. I felt that was the need, so there it was. But it was just awesome. That whole month, God worked in these women. And I remember one day they got feisty, and everybody got used to that. There was a TV show on Fox that they liked, and it's kind of funny because I'm like, okay, wait a minute, y'all got me trying to do Bible studies. Back then I'm in the streets, and that mentality got me wanting to do these Bible studies, and everybody's watching TV. So I said, hey, what about the class? When I got paper ready, I just wrote it down. In there's no type, you got to write. So it's like, all right, you know what? I stand up and I say, okay, I'm going to go back to my little pinta back there, into my little spot. And y'all can watch TV, but I want you to, first off, now here's question number 1. I want you to, right now, at this very moment, I want you to not hesitate, to not think, to not react. But for everybody that is now existing in this world, I want you, wherever your firstborn child is, give them up. give their life for everybody. Come on, would you? Would you give your firstborn, my firstborn, Alex? I couldn't do it. Would you do it? I'm sure your answer is the same as mine. We're not like that. We're not like that at all. I bow my head because we don't have that worthiness. We're sinners. We're sinners. Yes, by nature, but it's in our natural instinct. Who would give up their child? Who? Who would give up their child? Let me help you out if you don't know. Our Father in heaven. It's not would. He did. He gave his only son. And I walk this earth, and I'm one included. We fall so many times, we sin, which shows no respect for the man above, who brought us into existence, for the memories and the moments that we've had. I just had the most awesomest weekend watching this magazine come alive. What a blessing. And the sad thing is, we don't deserve these blessings. But he gives them to us because he loves us unconditionally, and he wants us to succeed and share his story. He believes in us when no one else believes in you. He will believe. Trust him, guys. Just, what are you waiting for? Hasn't he done enough? Hasn't? He gave something you could never give, or I. He loves us the way we can't love each other. He loves us in our crappiest moments. He loves he still just, he cherishes us. He loves us. What are you waiting for? If you haven't, I want to see every brother and sister I've met in this journey. I want to see them up there. I have met amazing people along this journey. There's so many of you, I can't name it. I'll be here until tomorrow probably. The point is, he's coming, guys. He's uniting his children. Don't be left behind. There is a hell. We had a conversation out here. It was kind of interesting at the pool, but I made a few new friends, and it's interesting when you start talking religion and life to somebody that, yes, was raised in either whatever religion, and we actually sat down and had a really interesting conversation in the pool. See, God works in mysterious ways. After these funerals, and I come home and I'm exhausted mentally, I mean, God will put you in the right place. What are you waiting for? If you haven't opened that heart, if you haven't dug through the dirt and the rust and whatever's filth and anger and confusion, destruction, whatever's gripping on that heart, whatever's gripping it, whatever's making it bleed, he can stop it. He heals every wound we have, from depression to addiction to affliction to whatever it is. He can fix it. He can make you whole, brand new. And you know how good that feels, to feel the sense that you can breathe again. There's nothing cluttering your mind. You can sleep at night. You don't have to walk around and skip. You don't want to talk to that person, because there's a whole new journey. There's a whole new feeling, a sense of victory, revival. You see, rejuvenation. I mean, I can give you, the list goes on and on. I mean, and when you get to that place that you've done this, don't stand still. You see, I'm gonna stop that one. Sometimes you should stand still. Or should I say, just hold on to what you're going through. And hold on tight like, I just heard almost Gregory Porter sings Hold On. I know it's not really gospel, but I love the way it's said, and I take that in a Christian version in my mind. But you just keep holding on, or like Donnie McClurkin says, you just stand. Just do. Open your heart to Him. Let all that anger, and I'm going to say these many times, let go and let God. For He so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, of that question you couldn't do, so that we could have everlasting life, that whosoever believeth in Him, and I mean wholeheartedly believe. You see, your body doesn't go, but that beautiful soul, once that heart is open and pumping, your soul will live eternally. And that's forever. Don't you want to do that? There's a good sense of feeling of comfort even in my dreadful moments. Even when I do hurt, I feel Him. Even when I'm angry, I feel Him. All I'm saying is, trust Him, guys. Whatever's got your heart blinded and chained and so badly rusted and sealed, it's time to get it off of there. It's time to lock doors. It's time to throw the keys in them and don't look back. You can't get up there if you're doing this. You're going to stay there, and you're going to get further because the weight gets heavier and it gets heavier. And now you're holding so much that one day it's going to be a huge bomb. It's just going to explode. And sometimes you don't come back from them explosions, even though God is there. I don't know what you're going through, but I know we shouldn't be hating each other. We should be reaching out to each other, even if it's just to say hi. Like I said, it's been a rough weekend, but as well a very blessed weekend. I want to also, if you're watching, Rico Carrion, I want to thank you. I mean, for the first time, you treated us like royalty. Bob Magazine thanks you so much. And yes, I'm going to say this. There are 40 issues left to get yours. I'm going to speak on the magazine for a few seconds. I apologize, people. It's not everything we intended it to be, the first issue, but we are making a promise that it will grow. There's room for growth and change. And we'd like some of your feedback, so you are welcome to send it. We very much appreciate anybody that supports it. And I want to say to the whole team, you guys are awesome. I loved all of you, you know. And Rizal, it's always a pleasure. Rocky Fadilla, it was awesome seeing you, meeting your wife. It was, and hey, wait a minute. Can't forget Joe, bro. Joe Bataan, man. This is the honorary Chicano. I love this man. He's like a brother and he's awesome. So Joe Bataan and Yvonne, love you, thank you. It was Matt Gillespie. I get everybody's names wrong. Tachita, I want to say that one, Gomez, right? And Lulu Cordova, you all rocked like nothing else, man. I'm telling you. And then Gilbert Stokes, man, I love that. Man, okay, I was a little excited. The magazine, it's a true blessing, and I know it's about people and helping others and reaching out. Get your issue. And you can reach us at ballmagazine21@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and remember, you're either holding on and letting it go, so you can go this way. If you need prayer, reach out. Yeah, I'm having my challenges, but overall, I'm honored that God sees that I'm strong enough to go through these challenges, whatever they are, whether I created them or not. He still has me standing for a reason. And see, He still has you standing for a reason. It's time to do something about it. What are you waiting for? If you can give your son, then I guess we ought to start giving ours first, right? And show that unconditional love to each other and show that respect to God, because He is the ultimate. Don't let nothing become your God, your other God. Love you guys. Time to go finish these frijoles and lay down because we got back schedule soon. Yes, we are doing a stress test on Thursday. Physical rehab again, almost ready for the surgery. And then the MRI on the hand and the MRI on the spine. So we'll probably be spending the weekend in the hospital. Anyway, God bless everybody. Reach out if you need prayer. Love you all.